Hi guys, you are welcome. This is SUJ Fashion here. If you are new to the channel, you are welcome. Please hit the subscribe button to join our community and also turn on the notification bell icon to get notified when we upload a new video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to draft high waist panties or underwear, anyone you call it. If you are interested, please watch this video to the end, and if you get value from it, please like and share this video so that YouTube will recommend it to more people. Okay, now let's get started with the tutorial of this video. These are the measurements I'm going to be using to draft this pattern. From the edge of this pattern paper, I'm going to be marking a straight horizontal line, which will serve as the starting line of this paper and also the waistline. Next, I'm going to find the middle point of this pattern paper and I'm going to mark a straight horizontal line at the middle. One side of this pattern paper will serve as the front and the other side will serve as the back. Now, let's focus on the front pattern. From the starting line, I'll mark down the vertical distance from my waist to hip, which is 8 inches, and I'm going to draw horizontal line across the mark, so this will serve as the hip line. After that, I'll mark the crotch length, which is 10 inches for me. Please use your own body measurement here. So I'll go ahead and draw a straight line across the point I marked for the crotch length, okay? Now, next, I'm going to go ahead and label this line. This is the waistline, the hip line, and that is the crotch line. Now, let me make my line visible so that you guys will understand what I'm doing here, because I feel the line is not visible enough. This line will serve as my center front. Next, on the waistline, I'm going to mark quarter of my waist circumference minus 1 or 2 inches, though I'm using 2 inches. This depends on how stretchy your fabric is, okay? Next, on the waist hip line, I'm going to mark quarter of my hip circumference minus 2 inches. Then I'm going to connect the point from waist to hip to create my side shape, okay? The next step, come to the center front crotch line. Then you are going to go up by 1 inch. Then also go in by 1 inch. This is the crotch width, and it also depends on how wide you want your crotch width to be. Okay, so you can do 1.5, 2 inch, or even 3 inches. This depends on you, okay? So from the 1 inch point, I'm going to connect the line all the way to the side of the hip, okay, to the side of the hip line. Now, if you want a curve at the leg opening, just find the midpoint and mark it. So from that midpoint, you are going to go up by 1 inch. Just mark 1 inch there. This will enable you to curve the leg opening well, okay? Once you are done marking the 1 inch, use your French curve or your freehand to give that part a nice curve. Then you have your leg opening curve. If you have any question, leave it in the comment section. I'll be there to answer them. Like this video if you are getting value from it, okay? Then we'll go ahead and label our front pattern. Now, once that is done, the next step is to come to the center waistline and mark down ½ inch. Then connect the ½ inch to the side waistline using your French curve ruler. Okay, if you don't have French curve, you can just use your hand and trace it. It's the same thing. And we are done with the front pattern. Now let's draft the back pattern. Now, to draft the back pattern, we are going to be working with the remaining half of this pattern paper, okay? So the first thing we are going to do is to extend the lines. That is the hip line, the crotch line, and the waistline. Using my pencil, then I'll go ahead and make my line visible, just like I did for the front, okay? So once that is done, the next step is to mark the waistline. So we'll come to the waistline and mark quarter of our waist circumference minus 2 inches. Remember, for the front, we'll minus 2 inches, so we are going to use it there. If you use 1 inch, still use 1 inch there. Then we'll do the same thing on the waistline. Quarter of our waist circumference minus 2 inches, okay? Then connect the 2 points from waist to hip. Next, on the center back crotch line, I'm going to go down by 1 inch, okay? Remember, for the front, we went up by 1 inch. The next step is to mark 1.5 inches inward as the width of the back crotch, okay? And connect the two lines using a straight ruler. Now for the leg opening of the back, I'm going to connect from the new crotch line of the back to the side of the hip using my straight ruler. Okay, this depends on the shape you are going for. You can make that part curve if you want. Okay, next from the crotch line, measure down half of an inch and then connect the half of an inch back to the cross width using your French curve ruler, and also blend it back to the leg opening. Now I'm going to trace out all this line using my marker and a straight ruler just to make my lines visible. So once I'm done doing that, the back pattern is ready. Then we are going to go ahead and write the back pattern. The next step is to cut out this pattern, and if you want to add stitching allowance to your pattern, add ½ inch seam allowance for both the front and the back of this pattern. So you are going to be adding it at the side, the waist and the crotch line before cutting out your pattern. Go to the comment section and ask your questions if you have any. Okay, and also if you're getting value from this video, please like it and share it. Okay, that like is very important because YouTube will push this video to more people. And also let me ask you, after watching this video, are you going to be buying your pants or you make yours yourself? Just let me know in the comment section. Now that the front and the back pattern has been cut out, the next step is to drop the gusset. To do that, you need to measure the front crotch depth minus the stitching allowance. Mine is 8.5 inches. So let me get a piece of paper and write it. Then we'll measure the back crotch depth from waist to the where it ends. Then mine is 11 inches. Remember, we are not adding the seam allowance. Okay, so 8.5 inches plus 11 inches, it will give us 19.5. 19.5 divided by 4, it will give us 4.8 something. Let's just call it 4.9. Then we'll take it to the nearest number or nearest figure. It will give us 5. So that means the length of the gusset is 5 inches. I'll be marking that on a fresh pattern paper. So I'm going to mark a straight line here. Then from that line, I'll measure 5 inches. Okay, that's the length of my gusset. Then I'll connect the line. Next, I'm going to take the back pattern and place it at the straight line. Okay, I'm going to place it at the first line. Then I'll take the front pattern and also place it at the second line. Okay, just watch the video, you understand what I'm doing there. Remember that stitches allowance, you are taking it out, you are not including it. Okay, you can see how I'm adjusting it, and ensure that the lines are equal. Then you are going to trace out the shape. So try as much as possible to trace out the shape on your pattern paper. Then once that is done, take out the pattern and connect the 2 points with a curved ruler. I will also make my line visible. As you can see in the video, I'm trying to make that line so that you guys will see it. Then now, once I'm done doing that, I'm going to go ahead and add seam allowance of ½ inch to the front and the back crotch width end. And the center of this pattern is going to be on fold. I'm going to cut them on fold. Okay, so once that is done, I'll go ahead and cut it out. Now the gusset is ready and we're going to be cutting it on fold. So I'm going to indicate that here. And that will be all for this video. If you enjoy watching this video, give it a thumbs up, like the video, share the video so others will see it and learn from it. Leave your question in the comment section if you have any. Then subscribe if you're yet to do so. Tag me on Instagram or Facebook as SUJ Fashion if you try this, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.